Hello? Hello?
Oh, hey, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going, dude? What's up?
Not much.
So, how's everything been going for you lately?
Everything is going great. Just got back from the studio, recorded some new tracks and shit.
Oh, nice. So, let me get myself started. All right. First, I want to ask, tell me a little something first about yourself.
Uh, First thing about myself, well, I'm drummer shy. I am the owner of Baloney's React. Um, I also do drum covers. I also own a podcast called the Brony Brunch Sunday Podcast with Try Trot, Whirlwind, Magma Master, and the Webstep Brony. I'm also collab. I'm also collabing with Cyril the Wolf on some drum covers, non-pony stuff. Um, uh, that's pretty much all I do. I do a couple memes on the side of my channel. Um, yeah.
All right. That's actually, I was gonna ask, how did you get into YouTube? Like, what got you into like, wanting to actually make your own YouTube channel?
What really inspired me was the other people that started YouTube. I found YouTube in 2006, and I found all these videos that were really, really special. Very funny memes. First video series of videos I've watched was YouTube Hoops, and it was really funny how people were creative and such. But I think my most growth on YouTube came from the Brony community. But I started a YouTube channel back in 2008, and it was basically just little Lego videos and little stop motion Lego videos. And then I stopped YouTube for a bit in 2010 because I had nothing good. And then I started the Drummer Shy channel, and then from there, I just started piling up some pony videos until it actually picked it up in like 2016. So
Huh. So, one thing I want to ask, like, also with the with your drumming, like, what got you wanting to play the drums, like, and yeah, what got you wanting to play the drums?
what got me to play the drums was I've played. My dad showed me when I was like 8 to 7 years old. He showed me some Rush records. First rock album he showed me was Moving Pictures, and I was blown away by the drumming in that and the drumming and all that. But mostly drumming in general. I was a little toddler. I got my first Fisher Price like little drum thing. I was banging on it, and then when I really got into drums was when I was in Christian school, where little Christian school down in Baltimore, and I wanted to. They had a music program. They were looking for people with music. I thought, hey, maybe I want to do this. This sounds fun. So I said to my parents, I really want to get my first drum set, and and I did not know it was going to happen, but I got lessons from a very professional teacher. He really did help me for the last 13 years, and we're still friends. But that's when I started. Basically, I got into drums because I had a very serious love for Rush, and it kind of aligned, and Dream Theater as well. So, and I just been taught by a private teacher, and helps me through my progress of drumming.
Oh wow, I gotta say that's a great story, man. Like, I gotta say, like, your drumming is absolutely phenomenal. Like, I watch a lot of your drum covers, and you really do very well, like with every single one video you make.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, like when I go downstairs and I practice, I try to put out new things. I usually go upstairs, find like a book of like notes and stuff. And I usually try to make a new idea up, or basically when I sit down with other tracks from other artists, except Dream Theater and Rush, I always try to grab the idea of what should I do. And usually, mostly the inspiration comes from Mike Portnoy and Neil Peart. in general because they really impacted. They really set the bar for like drumming ever, and it inspired me to drum and buy all this gear and really be a serious drummer throughout. Even taking my talents to college, and that really paid off a lot. And in a percussion ensemble, currently still doing music and stuff. But yeah, it's been mostly musical experiences from professionals and as well as other musicians in the world. So
Hmm. No, I wanted to really, yeah, that's why I wanted to say like your drumming was great and everything because one thing I wanted to ask too is like, when I watch your videos, like do you use like one pedal or two pedals, like the double bass pedals?
when I usually currently I do double pedals, but if it comes down to something simple, it's always one pedal. But mostly I use double pedals.
Oh yeah, because for me, like I started taking up drumming not long ago because I'm just starting out really because like also inspired by a lot of my favorite drummers to do the same thing too as well. But I seem like I don't have all the parts that I want yet.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it. Usually kids when they're trying to start out playing drums, they usually start with a single bass drum pedal, and then usually your your floor tom and your one tom and the snare and two cymbals. That's where the beginners are, but and a hi hat as well. So
Oh yeah, of course.
I think I think it's really great for beginners to really explore the horizons of drumming as the same as I did.
Also I wanted to ask like also I loved your performance at BronyCon by the way. I saw it on YouTube. Actually, the whole thing actually came out very well.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Actually, no, I wasn't there. I wasn't able to be there actually, but I just saw it online, so I felt like I was there though. But overall, like I was like I watched through the whole video, and I was like I was no, I was like, man, this his drumming is absolutely like off like very well. Like it sounds just like some of half the drummers I listen to.
Hmm. One thing I usually do when I go to Brony conventions, and I set the bar high for performance in general because I know some of the artists out there. I mean, don't get me wrong. All the artists that perform on Brony Palooza are fantastic, and they put a lot of effort in. But with what our Cyril the Wolf group was really special because we've had Rockin' Brony, who's pretty much the next John Petrucci. I don't know how in the hell he does that. And then we got the Geddy Lee, Cyril the Wolf, who's awesome, but he can't hit the high notes, but that's okay. He still shreds on bass, and then you got Kraken Laser and Forest Rain. I think that very special group of people that came to 2017, I will always remember for the rest of my life. So.
So how did it feel actually performing on stage like actually like that for like was that like your first time ever performing on stage at Brony Palooza?
Oh no, I performed other places. I performed in bars. I performed at small clubs. But this was like an experience you will never forget. It was like hundreds and hundreds of people watching you and looking at you in every move. I didn't get stage fright from it because I was like so used to it. I was so used to performing to audiences, but performing to 100 people was like a way different level, and I think I've achieved that level of performing arts in general.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that if you were like stage fright or anything because like when you first started playing, I felt like everything was just going so well. I couldn't even see it.
Yeah, everything was going so well because give credit to all the guys. They worked super hard on this stuff. I think the one hardest song I had to complete was it was Let Her Go. Let Her Go was probably one of the songs that it was such a difficult. I got through it pretty easily, but it was very fun, very like proggy kind of like moving around and stuff. But I think the one song from that concert that really everybody felt comfortable with was "Time Stands Still" because they looked at the drummer because again very famous Rush song, but everybody, everybody just felt really special about that song. I felt really connected towards that song because last year it was celebrating its 30th birthday, and it was such a great time to celebrate it at BronyCon. And Cyril, if you're listening, thank you so much for bringing that song up. It felt so connected to me. But yeah, that BronyCon concert was just unbelievable. It was over the roof, and I think the people that were in the audience stayed after, Black Gryphon, because I remember, or funny story. I remember getting this job, and Monique found out about it and brought it over to BronyCon PR, and they put us like right after Black Gryphon, and it was I honestly 2017 Brony Palooza was probably going to be the one I'll remember for the rest of my life.
I gotta say, man, I was very happy for you actually, because when I see someone that I really and actually, I gotta say, I support them all the way actually, because I feel very happy for what they do, especially when they achieve something.
That's the thing. I like to make people happy. I like to make people entertained. And if they're really having a bad day, I want to entertain them and I want to make them feel happy. It's just a blessing for the Brony community to have such talented artists. Open arms. Like the musician community, they're all open arms, and they like to share their creativity, and you always get different people from different inspirations that like our music and other people's music that have the same inspiration towards their old bands like Journey, The Police, mostly in the rock genre. You know, Police, Duran Duran, Trivium, and Red Hot Chili Peppers. All these bands that the Bronies, some of the Bronies really like and like to see in our music. So it's a huge blessing.
Oh, of course. Also, I want to ask, is there any drummers that basically you look up to, that inspire you?
I know I personally I look up to that's a hard one. I know a couple drummers that look up to me, Whirlwind and Brony drumming. But I think, gosh, this is hard. I don't know what Brony drummer I look up to. It's difficult. Again, I look up to Mike Portnoy, Neil Peart, the real professional drummers. I don't know about Brony drummers in the fandom.
Well, for me, actually, have a lot of drummers actually that I look up to. I like Gene Hoglan. I like Paul Mazurkowitz. What was that other guy again from Slayer?
Joey Jordison.
Oh, actually, no, actually, no. I think it was after
Dave Lombardo.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes, that's it. Dave Lombardo.
Yeah, Dave Lombardo is really good.
Yeah, those are mostly the drummers I really look up to a lot, because they really inspire me to basically be who I actually want to be. In drumming, all the blast beats and double bass. It's especially like that.
Yeah, yeah. I sometimes when I drum, I try to work that out and try to make the best possible to enter. Just to make the sound much beautiful in that term.
Also, I was gonna ask, actually, do you listen to any metal bands or not really?
The only band I listen to that's even in the metal category is Dream Theater, but one metal band I do listen to a couple is Avenged Sevenfold. Avenged Sevenfold is really good. Mike Portnoy was in that, who did the Nightmare album. Honestly, they should have kept him, because my God, did he change Avenged Sevenfold after the Rev passed away in 2009. Mike Portnoy really did change Avenged Sevenfold, but their recent stuff hasn't been that good. But I have to say, Avenged Sevenfold's the one I like.
A lot of people I know actually do Avenged Sevenfold actually, but for me, I would have to say I'm more of the heavier underground type of person.
Yeah. I could see that.
Like if you ever go onto my YouTube channel, I interview like a lot of like other bands that are like from like this genre called slam death metal, and it's considered to me one of the most heaviest genres of metal I've ever listened to.
Okay.
And yeah, because like if you're interested, please check out Slam because it might be pretty heavy for you, but there are some bands that probably you will really enjoy.
Yeah. There's endless bands that I always get introduced to. I mean, Whirlwind introduced me to some of the stuff from Tool, and just completely blown away by it. And even got me interested of one drummer. He actually introduced to me the drummer from Styx. I know who Styx are, but I did not know the drummer Todd Suckerman. Really great professional musician. I love his craft. I love his YouTube videos. He his music is just very good and it's very listenable. It's so fun to hear him play.
Oh, that's great actually, because like also I wanted to actually ask first like is there any drum covers of like other songs that you really want to do but like never got to doing yet?
I've never got to do the entire album of Images and Words. I am working towards doing the entire Images and Words album on my channel. I already got done with Pull Me Under Another Day, but I got to get done with the other 6 or 7 tracks from that album. But um, I don't know. I really want to get, I really want to play some of Cheryl's stuff and make it as a drum cover. I am doing MLP songs from the show. I did recently. I just did the Grand Galloping Gala, which was all original drums except for Rainbow Dash. It was all it was all the same, but it's exactly the same cover as Open Up Your Eyes. But I'm planning on doing This Day in Aria as well as Time to Be Awesome, and some of the stuff from My Little Pony. I always get like requests from some people that suggest me some of the songs I should do. I actually one song I really want to do is Raise This Barn. I feel like that's the one song I really enjoy, and I really want to do a drum cover of it. But some of the orchestral stuff, hopefully when Daniel Ingram releases that have no drums in it, gives me an opportunity to create some new stuff with the orchestral tracks. One person I really, inspired that to do that was VA Drums, which is a guy who did some of the orchestral drumming, even with a live symphony orchestra, um, and did some of the Dream Theater covers as well as 12-Step Suite. So it's awesome. But other artists, I might want to get into the Police sometime. I want to do Message in a Bottle. That one's really good. Want to try and get into some Styx. I know I said that before, but I really want to get into Styx. But mostly it's stuff when I hear I want to do a drum cover on
There's
something that pops up, towards me. So
Oh, of course. Like, there's a lot of drum covers for me that I want to do, but I'm not doing anything yet about it. But it's because I don't have like the proper equipment I want for it, and my double bass pedals aren't like actually working that good at the moment. So like, when I get to that, that's something I really want to start doing because I've listened to a lot of bands that I like as well, and I'm just like, oh, I really want to do something from that, but I just don't have all the materials yet.
well, it's not about materials if you look at it from that perspective. It's more of can you put yourself out there for the songs you're going to play. Like for example, let's say you do a cover of Tom Sawyer, right?
Hmm.
You're a beginning drummer trying to do Tom Sawyer. I would take that back just a bit because you're a beginning drummer, you want to get into some rush. I would suggest starting out somewhere simple, like you got like building up bricks is what I call it. The first brick you lay down is the Beatles, because that is the most simple of bands you can ever master. as well as ACDC. Queen. Queen's a good one that people start out with. But I'm surprised most drummers usually start out with Rush. I mean, I was one of those victims falling into it. But it's a matter of what kind of approach of drumming you want to go to, or if you want to do it just for fun, or if you want to do it professionally. Now, if you're doing it professionally, then you should really study all of its aspects of drumming. Just jazz, swing, bossa nova, funk, and all these styles. Metal is considered a genre. I mean, you can learn that as well, but it just takes time from each genre. Everybody has their different style of drumming, but yeah.
Oh, of course. Like, for me, like, I'm kind of like, I get what he's saying, like, with the brick stuff, but, like, for some reason, for me, I kind of just want to get to, like, all, like, the blast beats and the fast double bass already.
Yeah, but you got to start out where simple. If you want to do the double bass, one lesson I learned from Mike Portnoy is you got to go to some of the beginnings of metal, like Spinal Tap, Iron Maiden, Queensryche, which Van Halen's a good one that people usually start out with. It's something very like simple, but it has double bass. Again, Alex Van Halen's the master of groove and all the rock in general. But usually, sometimes people usually start out with like bands like Pink Floyd, somewhere in the simple areas. But yeah, just start out where you start out. But I usually bring out the suggestions towards other people, what they want to do. So
Yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate the advice. Actually, I'll take that into consideration. I'm actually thank you. I really appreciate it.
yeah, anytime, man.
Yeah, because like I gotta say, like one thing I want to say to you is like when I found out about your YouTube channel and even about you, I when I first watched you and like watched your channel, I was like, this guy is so cool. I really want to become friends with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I get a lot of people, saying they want to be my friends. I really appreciate every single friendship, and I'll try my best to be a friend to everybody. And I do like to be friends with everybody. I like to get to know people a little bit more because if you haven't been noticing in the Baroni fandom recently, there there has been a separate pond of fighting communities. You got the analyst community and you got the music community. Two ponds together, people fighting, but I'm just like that guy in the middle who's just like, hey, I want to be your friend. I get to talk to you. And, hey, I want to make music for everybody. Hey, I want to be your friend. It's a matter of just, being friends with everybody as possible, getting to know people and actually really do getting to know them, because one thing I've learned is you got to be a humble person as a musician, because if you're not humble and you don't and you always think about yourself, it's not going to help you to make any audience or anything like that. If you're starting, Brony musician and you only care about yourself and your content, stop where you are, think about what you're doing, think about your friends, because they really do support you and they really will get, just be with you and just support you and all. Just think about your friends, be humble, think about other artists, and just don't think about yourself all the time, It's just that's the reason of being humble as a musician.
Oh, of course. No, that I can definitely agree with because, like, for me, I'm always trying to make friends with like people, but sometimes it's kind of hard for me because sometimes I get this like impression that they probably won't even like me or they probably don't even think that I'm that that interesting of a person.
One thing I like about you is like every time you check up on me, I message you, and sometimes when I'm having a bad day, I always don't message you, but every time when I'm having a good day, I always message you. Sorry if I'm not using Facebook a lot.
Oh, that's okay. It's all good. It's very understandable. Like for me, I don't really use Facebook that much at all recently. Just sometimes just to see how everyone's doing because For me, it's always I always like to care. I always want to make sure that all my friends are okay, and I want to make sure that everything's fine with them because if there's something that's going on, I always like to help out.
Sure thing. Yeah, absolutely. Like it's just wonderful. Bronies are very understandable and very understanding of other people, and they know which is right and which is wrong. I like the common sense of some of the bronies in the community, and they just really do care about everybody. So,
Oh, of course. Like I've definitely seen that. Like I've made a lot of friends in this fandom, and I gotta say, like if I gotta say, like I really appreciate every single one I ever make
mhm. I
because
just wish, and this is a message out to some of the creators who have big subscribers. I'm not going to name any names, but I know some don't really care about their fans and they just want to do it for money and fame and all that sort of stuff. Take a step back. Think about the people that really like you and you don't get to pay attention. They're pretty much bitter of how you feel of how they feel when they think about your content. It's just a matter of some bronies have to like I know some bronies are like very just very self-aware, but some of them are not. Some I wish that some of the creators can look back and think about their audience and getting to know them a little bit more. So that's all I have to say about it.
oh, of course. Like for me, like on my YouTube channel, like I always try to like I get communicate with my audience too. Like I always like make the try to make the best videos I can and basically just see what I can make and who knows like if someone would like it or not. But I always just try to do my best and get out there what I want to show everyone.
Yeah, 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 man. I mean, I started my YouTube channel because I wanted to, do not just drum covers, but also do some pony videos and stuff. I know the show is almost at its peak and at its end, but once the show ends, there's still going to be drum covers out there. There's still going to be, some pony memes because, that show kind of really connected me. And I just, even though some people said, oh, you got to forget about it, you're growing up. And I'm like, have you seen the people that grown up from Star Wars? No, it is becoming like a thing now. You don't, when you like Star Wars, that's an all right thing nowadays. I don't understand why people don't take My Little Pony as a Star Wars thing. I understand it's for little girls, but just it's it affected many people's lives, and you got to respect that. And they will respect you for the choices you make. You know,
That's exactly what I was like. I think about it, and I even tell my friend, I tell my friend Joe, and I tell my friend Elijah, and I'm like, it's 2018, and people are still not getting like used to this. I'm like, this has been going around for since like 2011 and everything. I'm like, I thought people would just know about it and just accept it already.
what did they say?
Like well, so you know how I like sometimes like I get worried about like this is what I think. I get worried like if I wear one of my shirts like somebody probably would look at me, judge me, or start laughing because they probably would have no idea about like why I'm wearing it in the first place.
Hey, look, if it makes you any better, I wore a Fluttershy T-shirt once in a public area, and no one seemed to care because everybody got used to it. I mean, I personally, I live in Baltimore, and people know about this BronyCon thing, and they're pretty much used to it at this point. But I can see why places like middle school or high school make fun of people for liking bronies. I mean, granted that they're they have no idea at all. I mean, I was picked in middle school for liking My Little Pony, and I wasn't picked in high school, so they pretty much got used to it. But it's just it was a very weird transition in the 2011 era. But if people are still bashing people for liking My Little Pony, seriously, what are you doing with your life? It's just like Star Wars. Just leave them alone.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think all the time. Like, but like just like for me, like I always try like to do this. Like one time I was like I think I was wearing one of my shirts and like sometimes I this got like I wanted to make sure that nobody was like looking at me weirdly. It was like some, I forget where it was, but it was somewhere I was at, and I was wearing one of my shirts, but I just looked around to make sure nobody was looking at me like very suspiciously.
Now, one thing you can actually take for granted is be proud of who you are, and if you wear a Brony T-shirt, just don't be afraid. Just be your normal self, and just talk to people. And look, I've gone into the studio professionally with a Brony T-shirt on, and I still did my work, and people, asked how the show is. Musicians are more understanding and wanting to know you more, but the outside group, like some scientists or political, stuff, they might call you weird, but the musician group, the musicians, that's a different atmosphere.
Oh, of course. Like, let me think what I was gonna say. Like, oh, so I want to ask, like, really, like, what got you into like My Little Pony? Actually, what got you like into the fandom and all that?
It was from a game called Team Fortress. It was from a game called Team Fortress 2. I was playing it one day in my room, and I was just having the best time of my life on Team Fortress 2. I've had the game since it first began in 2007. Had it for like 5 years now, and I got on the server, and there was all these people posting these pictures of ponies and spray painting them and saying friendship is magic, and I'm just like, what is going on? And so basically people were talking about this My Little Pony thing, and the guy offered me some loot crate keys and says, hey, I'll give you these two loot crate keys if you watched two episodes of My Little Pony. And I'm like, no, that is super gay. uh And so I waited it out and I ignored him. It's like, come on, dude, I actually have the keys. And he showed the picture of them. And I'm like, fine, I'll watch an episode of My Little Pony. So I record myself watching an episode of My Little Pony. And I seemed to really enjoy it. I got to watch half of the season through online because, it was still becoming a meme in 2011. And then came back and I said, look, I watched the episode. Can I have my two loot crate keys? And it's like, sure. And he gave them to me. And so I was like, okay, cool. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to watch more of the show. It's very interesting. So I got to watch all the episodes. I think my favorite episode from season 1 has to be Sonic Rain Boom from season 1. I thought that one was really good. Fall Weather Friends was really good as well. And so after that, I came back to the server. I said, hey guys, I'm a Brony, and I had a Brony profile, and I got banned from the server entirely, permanently, because that was like my favorite server I played, and I got banned because I was being a Brony. So, and that was in 2011, folks, if you guys remember.
Let me think. I was gonna say, like, how do you feel after that? Were you kind of like disappointed, as being like, oh, just because I'm a brony, they had to, like, they had to block me.
I was disappointed, yes, but I just completely forgot about it. Stopped playing Team Fortress 2 for a while. Actually, got to research some of the Brony stuff. Got to listen to some Mando Pony, Living Tombstone, DB Pony, Pinkie Pie Swear, Japalac, uh, Ken Ashcroop, Alex S, and I was really driven into the music community. And then I watched, some AC Race Best and Saber Spark and, um, Feather Pony now is Tommy Oliver or something, the Quill or something, I don't know. Final Draft. Everfree Network was probably the one I got introduced to. They had everything media and news from Brony conventions to everything. That was like the main source of everything. And then you got Equestria Daily. That's where I mostly been to search up Brony, stuff. People, the animation and stuff, all the animations and stuff. Brony Dance Party, Black Griffin. Those were the people that made the pony animations a little bit. But I made friends with Little Shy in 2012, and it kind of started that. That was like way before the Cinema Sins that he did. That was like when he did the ponies in real life, and we immediately became friends, and it was just, and then we just we just really liked each other so much, and made a couple friends from him, and it's just I've been making friends all on the side, so.
Oh, of course. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm also friends with Little Shy as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, everybody can be a friend's a little shy.
Yeah, he's really like I would have to say like one of the most nicest people I've ever met. Like I've known him since like when I first interviewed him back in 2015, and I met him at PonyCon 2017 actually this year. I think if you go to his PonyCon 2017 video, that person that he introduced in the beginning of the video, that's actually me.
Oh, nice.
So like I was really happy like when I was able to actually meet him in person. So it really made that con that year.
Oh, that's sweet. Hopefully, they have that convention again in the near future, because I really would like to take a drive down to New Jersey and just go to that convention. It seems fun.
Yeah, actually, to tell you the truth, actually, I'm actually in the group where that holds that convention, and so far like they haven't really like released anything of like of a con being this year.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Have you ever thought about going to BronyCon?
actually, I actually been to BronyCon 2015, but right after that, I haven't been able to go back after like for 2 years straight actually, and I feel like I've been missing so much after that. Like after watching like a lot of vlogs that people do, and I'm just like, I feel like I missed a lot. I really want to be able to go this year, but I have like no one really to like take me, or like I have no one really that knows how to drive to Baltimore right now, so it's really hard for me.
Where do you live?
I live all the way like in the Rockaways in Bell Harbor in the Queens.
In the Queens of New York?
Yes.
New York, right? You live in New York, huh?
Yeah, in that state, yes.
Okay. I'm pretty sure there's some bronies in the New York area that would like to take you. I mean, you can always go on. This is shameless advertisement. You can always go to bronycon.org, or you can go to the BronyCon discussion page, and you can probably post stuff saying, "I need a ride from somebody from New York. I need a ride down to BronyCon," and we'll do all that stuff. People can always be there to help you out. That's the one thing I noticed from BronyCon people, that they will help you out in any need. So I've never seen a convention just like that, helping people.
Yeah, like I actually remember going on the website seeing that actually, but I was thinking like oh, what was I gonna say? I was thinking like I hope they like no, it's not. I don't want it to be like too far of a like a ride for them or something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, BronyCon's a great place. Everybody should go to it, but some can't do it. But that's the way life is.
Yeah, that's true. Like I always just like watch the vlogs so I get to see everyone else's experiences and be like I feel like I'm there with them while I'm watching.
All right.
So let me think what else I was. Oh yeah, I wanted to say like what got you like naming yourself Drummer Shy? Actually, well, how do you come up with the name?
That's the part that always gets me. Uh, uh, I was on a Brony website. I was called 98 Pinball from 2012 2013, but it really picked up when I was on a Brony, like a Brony naming generator. I just typed in drummer. I don't think that website's even existed anymore. But you can create like pony names or Brony usernames or something like that, and I picked drummer, and oh man, a couple were drummer flutter and drummer drummer rainbow, and then the third one was drummer shy, and then the other one was pony drummer, and I chose drummer shy because it was all one word and it was very easy. But what I didn't notice was people says, "Oh, so you're copying Little Shy," and I'm like, "Stop it! No, I got it from a website. It's bad luck."
Like, okay. Like when I was looking at the Drummer Shy name, I was like, yeah, he didn't copy anyone. He just came up with that himself.
Yeah, Yeah, just websites in general.
So
You think I mean, you think you can copy them, but just you always get bad luck.
also, I wanted to ask, like, I was asking some of my other friends about this. Like, what do you think of the season so far? Like, how do you like it so far?
Season 8, yeah, I thought the season 8 premiere was okay. I just as again, the show has gone through for 8 years, and season 8, it's getting to an okay start. I loved Fake It Until You Make It. That the episode with Fluttershy, that had to be one of my top 10 episodes of the series. It was so good. It was executed well, and the different emotions of Fluttershy really did get me.
Oh, and that one I actually really enjoyed too. Like, I wasn't expecting some of that stuff just to happen. I thought it was just gonna be just her doing like whatever she can for like to help out. Like, not like all those like personalities that she had. Like, but when I first saw that, I was like, oh, okay, I see where this is going at first, and I was like really entertained with it.
Wow. All right.
Like, let me think what else.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
I like to, do all that stuff for the bronies, but yeah, but it's just, hopefully the show gets on a great start. Kind of skeptical of Granny's Gone Wild because I noticed some of the writers have claimed that the episode was going to be funny and hilarious.
Uh-huh.
I've watched some of the previews, some of the hand drawn animation, and I'm kind of skeptical towards it because they say it's going to be funny, but they don't know once they write it. Let me just say, people have different opinions on different episodes. Me personally, I didn't think season 8 premiere was strong. I did love the stairs meme though. Don't get me wrong. I like the stairs meme, but it kind of dragged. The season 8 premiere kind of dragged. So
Yeah, one thing I'm always there saying, like, I just like I told to my friend Joe, I was saying like this is showing that they're having a little bit of a hard time writing new episodes, and they just feel like they're just pushing things out.
yeah, I agree. They're just pushing things out, and they're not giving time in writing this.
Yeah, because like, all of a sudden this just came out, and I was like, oh, okay. So I'm like, is it starting with a school? I'm like, yeah. Now I can see that they can't come up with anything else right now.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, kind of a headache.
Oh, no. Speaking of headaches, actually, the other episode, like now of the season with Maud's boyfriend, that one really just bothered me. That episode,
Yeah.
like the whole I can't even tell you. I wanted to scream a little because I was like, oh my god, is it like for real? It was just like, oh, I was like,
Yeah. But anyway, hopefully the season 8, just goes on a perfect note, and just hopefully we'll have good episodes because you know we always got something from Baloney's React we want to do, but we got to find a good episode to meme on.
Oh, of course. Like, what episode do you have in mind next? Like, is there any idea like you of which one you want to specifically do next?
Um, well, we got to see how the season plays out. Usually, we have to take it through a poll. Once we hit the season 8 hiatus, we'll make a decision on what to do. I don't think season 8 premiere is going to be our thing because there's no good jokes to meme on. But other than that, we just have to find an episode that fits that category.
Oh, of course. Like, I'm looking forward to it though because I watched a few other of the Baloney's React and I really enjoy it.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime, man. Like I always like to show everyone that I have like I appreciate everything they do.
Yeah. One thing we like to do in our Baloney's React is we like to dig into some of the stuff that you sometimes see on Adult Swim. Some of the high IQ jokes. I mean, some of our friends' jokes. I mean, you got to have a high IQ to understand Baloney's React. That's that. It's like if you, some people say, "Oh, you got to have a high IQ to understand Rick and Morty."
Yeah, that one.
Now, don't get me wrong. Give mad respects to AC Race Fest and keeping the Bronies React series going on, but noticing a lot of people been saying that the I can't say much about the My Little Pony movie because that's still in production, but what I can tell you right now that it is looking really good. It might be one of our best Baloney's React yet. So if you guys want to go see it, it's coming out April 27th, right around 5 o'clock or something, or 4 o'clock. I don't know. You'll see it when it comes out.
Oh, nice! I'm looking forward to that one because like I'm also looking forward to like if they would do Bronies react to MOP the movie. That's something I want to see as well.
Yeah. 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 You know what? I'm excited for the Bronies react to the My Little Pony movie, but I did talk to Race personally and asked him because the movie's like an hour and 3 minutes long. And I asked him, "Are you going to split it into two parts?" You want to know what was the answer was?
Well, what do you say?
He said no because we're just doing the full movie. And I'm like, Race, nobody's going to watch a 5-hour react. So
yeah, go.
Anyway, but it's his series. He gets to do whatever he wants with it. But you know what? What can I say?
Oh yeah, it's true. Like I love his videos. Like him and Saberspark at conventions and the vlogs they do. Some of them are just absolutely hilarious.
Oh my god, yes. I met those two personally, and they're just wonderful balls of joy to be around with. These guys are pretty much what grew me up into the Brony fandom, and they're just amazing people in general.
Oh, of course. Like the one video that I really loved, like that they both did, is when they met Lauren Faust in the elevator.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I remember somebody telling me about that. And I'm just like, oh my lord. That is something. I did like the thing he did with Steve Harvey. We did have an interview with him, and it was just a crazy, wild experience. And the reason why he got into Steve Harvey was because Black Griffin knew like a talent agent or something or whatever. But yeah, I mean, somewhat. It's just, it's great for AC Race Best to be around the Bronies and represent the Bronies. I feel like he's a great person to represent the Bronies. No kidding, he actually likes furries. No, but he's been in this fandom for a long time. I feel like he's been very special to us in the community. So.
Oh, of course. Like I feel like he's like the mascot of the fandom because like he's like the one that that does does all the bronies reacts and everything. So like I feel like that's mostly what I feel like he is, like the mascot, like the one who's like represents the fandom.
Yeah. I mean, he's the one who represents the fandom. I mean, once the show ends, yes, you'll still go to Brony conventions, but I don't know for how long because I don't know if just in general, just I don't know. Hopefully he'll just be around for conventions more often, but pony conventions can't last for long.
That's true. Like I'm trying to remember, but I think OneCon kind of like had its last year. Like I'm trying to remember which one it was because I
EQLA.
Was it? I think it was because I remember hearing online saying that this convention will have like its last one ever, and I kind of forgot which one it was.
Was it? Yeah, it might have been. Was it BronyCon?
Oh, was it? Oh, hold on. I think it was
or something.
That one.
Or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was the one in Canada. Actually, hold on. I think it was.
Man, all right. Well, just Brony conventions. Hopefully, they'll be around for a long time. Hopefully.
Oh, of course. Like I'm hoping that it still continues like right after everything's all done with because that's one thing I'm also worried about too. Like I'm worried about like what's gonna happen once everything's like just done with. Like where's everything gonna go from there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There still will be a BronyCon, but there might be, just all that and sort of stuff. But you know what? Let's just see how it plays out.
Oh, of course. Like, are you going to what kind of cons are you going to this year? Like, is there anything that you go
I'm
to?
not going to. The only convention I'm only attending to for one day is BronyCon 2018, but that's going to be on Thursday. Going to probably be spending my time around my friends, and then I might get like a couple fans and try to meet me, but they won't like. They won't like see me for the weekend, but I'll get to see them and get to meet up with them and mostly hang out with my friends for the first for the first and last time before 2019. So
Oh, that's actually good because, like, I kind of like, I wish I was able to go to BronyCon, like I said before, like, but but I feel like I'm just gonna like basically stay near my area because I have some things that basically I'm gonna be doing this summer. Like, I have a festival that I'm going to, like a slam festival. It's called a New York Death Fest. I'm going there on doing like the month of August, like right after like the con's over with. So I'll be busy with that as well.
yeah, pretty much.
Let me. I'm trying to think what else. One other thing I want to ask you, oh yeah, like how was last year's con, by the way? Like, what did you like about it the best?
One thing I liked was getting an opportunity to hang out with my friends a lot more at a 3-day convention, even staying at a hotel for the first time because I never got to stay at a hotel at a Brony convention before. From 2015 to 16, I've always, always taken the light rail, but mostly I enjoyed company of bronies, and I got to experience more with my friends at 2017. Got to hang out with some of the VIPs. I got to hang out with Daniel Ingram, Claire Corlett, Maddie Peters, Michelle Krieber, which is my great friend and colleague, and Black Griffin, or Gabe, as people call him. But yeah, I just had an amazing experience just getting to know people and all that sort of fun stuff. But yeah, I thought BronyCon 2017 was really special.
Oh, look, no, because due to your vlog I was watching, like, the day, you really looked like you were really enjoying everything.
Oh, I did. You have no idea. If anybody's going down to BronyCon, please. It's an experience you will pretty much last forever. We're trying to get that girl and her mother who went viral in a video, and I was brought up about it, and I was like, you know what? Let's bring them to BronyCon. Since they got like the Hasbro treatment, let's give them the Brony treatment. Let's give them the family friendly treatment. You know.
Oh, of course. Like, is there like something that you're planning to do?
I'm trying to get in contact with the con chair, which is Death Anks. Currently, he's the new con chair, and we're trying. Well, he hasn't contacted me yet, but we're going to try and work out something. If it doesn't work out, oh well. You know what?
Yeah,
At least we got something.
yeah, of course. That's all that matters.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody should totally go down to BronyCon. It's so much fun.
Oh, that's what I say. Like, I'm trying to get one of my other friends to go, but like, it's kind of, it's just like I said, it's not easy for us to like get there. But like, we're trying to do something about it though.
Yeah, pretty much. Sorry if I'm laughing right now. I'm having a Twitter battle with AC Race Best. This is during Windy City Pony Con. If you guys haven't heard,
Oh wow. Oh boy.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Sometimes I make memes about AC Race Best on Twitter, but you know what? Good times, you know.
Oh, of course. Like, I know for me, I share my very special one, like memes. Actually, I have a few on my phone that I just like. Oh, that's one of the best things I ever. I can send you some actually to show you what I mean actually, because some of these I have are just some of the best ones I could ever look up before.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Like I'm trying to like remember which one I had. It was something to do like well you probably something we probably maybe like not maybe like get but like I can explain actually like what it's about but like these are like ones that just like I'm trying to think of one like one was about like a concert or something like saying like one has like saying like you're going shopping at 6 but the Exodus show is at 7 and I was like oh shit because like I
Yeah.
know how that is. Because I'm like
Yeah, pretty much.
he's like you're just like shopping, but I'm like the show's like in an hour, so aren't you supposed to be there?
Well, that's nice.
Oh, of course. Like let me think. What else something I want to ask is like I want to say like which one was like what are your most like favorite bands like what's like your absolute favorite band of all time that you say like this is the one that I really look like really love the most.
I think currently, right now, I've been listening to. Well, there's a lot of great bands out, but I think the main two I look up to and love a lot is Dream Theater and Rush. It's the one band I really listen to all the time in the car, when I'm like walking around, when I'm done with work. Rush and Dream Theater, Black Griffin, and some other bands, but yeah, mostly those top three I usually listen to is Black Griffin, Dream Theater, and Rush. So,
Like do you own like any of their records like on vinyl, CD, like digitally?
one vinyl record I've been given, you know, was Michelle Craver, "Timeless Songs of the Century." She gave that to me as a gift, and then she gave me and then a signed poster thing because she really does like me so much. But I do like you as well. That's like my very first vinyl record, but we're trying to get one of our record players fixed up.
So like
So
yeah, like I was also like I want to ask. I don't know if you may have heard this band or maybe not. Like, you ever heard of a band called Cannibal Corpse?
yes,
Like
I've heard of them on the radio.
have you ever listened to them or no?
I listened to them a little bit. Yeah, they got some pretty cool songs.
Oh, no, that's a band I can't even tell you how religiously I look up to that band. I listen to them like so many times, and like I just love Alex Webster, who's the bassist, and Paul Mazurkowitz, who's the drummer. I think they're like absolutely phenomenal members of the band, and I'm like, wow, these. It's just that like each time I listen to the band, I'm like, I get like it's like I can't even tell you how many times I like memorize some of like the song titles and like know which album is what. It's absolutely crazy.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, like also one of my friends actually who I who's also like in the band who I did interview actually he's like a slam band actually. The name of that band is Animals Killing People basically. That's the name of the band and he like I asked him like about like I was like hey dude like I would he's a tattoo part artist so I was like oh I would like a tattoo of this so basically he he said like oh I can make that happen for you if like if you like if hold on yeah actually yeah if you come over one time I can give you one for like a good price and I was like oh yeah sure but like I don't know when I'll be able to but it's of the logo of Cannibal Corpse and I want to have it actually on my arm to show my dedication.
Oh, that's actually really cool. You know what? When I get a tattoo, I want a Dream Theater logo right on my shoulder and have like a pony, just like a symbol, like a pony thing on my back to symbolize, I was part of the Brony fandom and all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah, that's something I actually would like to actually like one of my favorite characters from the show as well just to say hey I like this band and I'm also a brony as well.
yeah, pretty much.
So let me think what else I was gonna say. Like, oh, by the way, let me think. One I don't know if you know, but one of the I think one of the members of Cannibal Corpse actually lives in your state.
Um, I do not know, honestly.
Actually, actually one of the members actually does is actually in actually in the state of Baltimore. Actually, it's the vocalist George.
Oh, George. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I just
I
wanted to,
mean,
yeah, he lives in
we
Baltimore
got
as
we got a
well.
lot of people lot of talent from Baltimore. I mean, we have we got Joan Jett. I think a little bit of Bruce Springsteen from Baltimore, but mostly Joan Jett's the one I know.
Also, I want to ask, like,
Anyway,
oh, so,
yeah.
no, sorry. One thing I wanted to ask, like, mostly, when do you like, how did you like, basically, did you make those, like, I looked at, like, some of the pictures that you have on your, like, what's that thing that they have on top of YouTube again? Like, what's that called, that picture, like, that you introduce your channel to? Like, I was gonna ask, did you make that yourself, or did someone help you with that?
Oh, the art for my channel, that was all Sketch Media. The guy is an amazing artist. You guys should really check out his Twitter and his thing. One thing we were personally connected to was Dream Theater, and he really was a really good person to me. And he's also a great artist as well, great digital artist. And the stuff that you're seeing right there, that's going to be on a T-shirt that I'm going to be making for BronyCon next year, and I'm going to be selling it there. Hopefully, Cider Fest as well, if I get the musician, musician, thing if they invite me. But yeah, mostly I'm going to be selling that as a T-shirt for BronyCon.
No, you mean like the picture that you have on right now?
Yeah,
Yeah, actually, I really like it. Actually, I like how it has like that's your OC, right?
yeah, that's my OC.
Yeah, your OC with the drum. I really like that a lot.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Actually, because no, when I first saw that being like shown actually as a picture, I was like, oh, I really like the new change. I really like how that picture looks.
Yeah, yeah, it was just a really cool design. I feel like it fits the musician, app. I like some black. I'm not an emo. I'm not a goddamn emo. Stop making claims. Damn it. No, but it's just a really cool design.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, hey, it's okay if you like the color black. All my T-shirts are basically the color black because of all my band shirts I wear.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my whole wardrobe literally is like all black T-shirts with all my favorite bands on it. Actually, like hoodies, like T-shirts, anything you could possibly imagine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like
Uh,
it's crazy that I have like this whole crate like full of T-shirts and it's like literally just like falling out like half the time because I have so too many.
oh,
Like,
that's nice.
oh, of course. Like, also like want to ask have you ever been to any concerts by any of your favorite bands actually, or actually in the
Yes, actually, I've been to a lot of Rush concerts, lots of them. Even when Neil Peart came back from from his wife and daughter dying, I've been to Time Machine Tour, Clockwork Angels, and R40.
like which one would you have to say would be your
Been
favorite?
to I've been to like 2 or 3 Dream Theater shows. I've been to the Black Clouds Silver Lining show. That was like my very first concert there. It's like on Progressive Nation tour. Went to see The Astonishing, and then I got to see Images and Words 25th anniversary. Now that show in particular, I really enjoyed because I got a chance to meet Mike Mangini. He was such a nice man. God bless that man. He's a great drummer, and he's also a great person. Great person to talk to. He loves people. He loves to talk to the fans, and what makes him special about other artists is like he gets to know the fans and make their experience, worth their while. And he's a really special drummer.
Oh, that's what I love about certain band people. Like people who like people in bands that even I look up to, like that they really respect like the fans. Then I know that they're actually a very like fantastic person, and I feel very glad about that. Like so that I can definitely tell them what I think about them.
Did you also know for a fact that I gave Mike Mangini my business card, and when he saw the picture of my pony, he immediately knew my face and was just like, he asked me about my BronyCon concert, and I told him it was wonderful. He actually watches people's content, so that's a huge honor.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that. Like, how'd that feel? Like that must have been amazing.
It was a really great honor.
Oh, that had.
It really was. I still have memories of it. It was just so awesome.
Oh, like especially if it's somebody that you know and you like that actually knows that he watches what you do. Actually, now that's something that you have to be proud of because you're like, oh crap, actually this person actually likes what I do. And like that's even better than ever.
Yeah, yeah, man. I really appreciate like all the musicians I look up to.
Oh, same here, dude. Like I can't even tell you how much like I'm dedicated to music. I feel like just like I say to everyone, like I'm really dedicated to music. It's like the biggest thing in my life. Like every day, I'm always listening to a new band or trying to find out something new and just trying to find them online and see if I can actually have a chance to talk to them.
Yeah.
Like that's basically what I do every day. It's just I just look like if you usually ask like what am I doing, I'm usually just like listening to an album or just like looking at something new.
Yeah, I mean, it's just awesome.
Oh, of course. So let me think what else I was gonna say. Like when you how did you come up with the idea for your OC basically?
OC, just simple, yellow. I was very driven into the pony fandom, and all these other colors really just bothered me, but I chose yellow because yellow's cool, and the regular hair because just the pony. It's just why can't it be a human, with regular hair and stuff? Come on, it's just you got to go simple.
Oh, of course. Like you can't just go like over the top and do it crazy, like because then you're just adding too much to it.
Yeah, I'm just very simple.
Oh, of course. Like same for me too. Like I could send you a picture of what my OC looks like if you ever want to see.
Yeah, yeah, I would like to see it, see what it is, but I gotta be with Trytron in a bit. So you got any more questions or?
Well, actually, that's all I really have to say. Actually, right now at the moment.
Oh, okay.
It was really a pleasure, man. I thank you for taking the time to do this. I absolutely really appreciate it.
Absolutely. It was fun talking to you. It's like my second interview from somebody. First interview was it was a detective from Indonesia, but this is really cool because it's a complete update of what I've been doing. But thank you so much, Stefan. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're absolutely welcome, man. Like if you ever like free or available, like anytime, like I would like to talk to you still again one day.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, if you guys want to join my server, I'll give you the link for the description. But if any, I usually am on my server talking to people. But yeah, everybody you could join my server. You could probably talk to me through there. And if you have any questions for me, please feel free to talk to me about it. Until then, yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Oh, of course. Like I really appreciate it, man. I definitely do. Just like I say, thank you for taking the time, and I really enjoyed everything right now.
Oh, thank you so much, dude.
Oh, you're very welcome, man. Like I just like I said before in the beginning, like I appreciate everything you do, man. You're like absolutely phenomenal. Like I knew when I first saw you on YouTube that I knew that you were gonna be a great person because just like the way your personality is and just like how talented you are. So I definitely knew that you were gonna be great.
Oh, thank you so much. I like to make people happy. So,
Oh, you're very welcome, man. So just like I say, it's a pleasure, and I'll talk to you again very soon. All right?
all right, thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Anytime. All right, guys. That was my chat with Drummer Shy. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, so overall, guys, keep it metal, keep it brutal, keep it awesome. Hope to see you guys all soon in my next video. Have a phenomenal, just phenomenal, great rest of your day. And remember, always keep it metal and good. Bye, and see you guys all soon later. Bye bye. I bet you a series, Mister. Oh my god, it's hilarious.